Sleep has become a global wellness crisis today, and people all around are struggling to get good sleep. And to help people sleep better, Shankara has launched one of its kind Yoga Nidra ritual. And today we have somebody who's guided millions into deeper rest and deep sleep. He's a celebrated author, a fantastic chef, and a warm and loving host. Today we have with us Kurshed Batliwala, whom we lovingly call Baba. So welcome to the podcast, Bao, and thank you so much for doing this. It's really a pleasure.
I'm thrilled to be here.
So before we start with the rest of the things, can you tell our audience what is sleep?
Sleep is nature's best shot at immortality. Sleep is that which will keep you younger. It will boost your immune system so you don't fall sick so often. It will give you a lot of clarity. So if you are having brain fog, if you are not able to take decisions, then sleep is something that will completely eliminate that from your life. Sleep makes you younger, smarter, and basically a nicer person. Yeah, you must have yourself noticed, if you take a late night flight or something, the next day you are not yourself. You are a cross between a werewolf and a vampire. Isn't it? Right?
True.
So when this happens on a chronic basis, you basically are losing out on the quality of your life. So sleep will make you live longer, will make you be happier, and is the underlying foundation of any sort of success.
So, Bao, there are also different cycles of sleep that we hear about. So, can you tell the audience a little bit about what are these different cycles and what happens in the body?
So when you sleep, there is the first stage which is called the N1 stage, which is like if someone walks into a room, you know they are there, but you are kind of sleeping.
Yeah.
Then it goes to N2, which it appears as if you are completely fast asleep, but you are still kind of aware of what's going around in the environment. Then you go into two different branches. The first branch is the N3, N4, which is deep sleep. And the other branch is REM sleep, rapid eye movement. By the way, N1, N2, N3 is non-REM. Sleep scientists are not very creative at giving names. It's NREM sleep and REM sleep, right? Now in the NREM sleep, this is the sleep that rejuvenates you, that repairs the body. The REM sleep is the dream sleep where you see the dreams. The REM sleep is the brain's entertainment system.
Party time.
Party time, right? And during REM sleep, what is happening is a sense of chronology is being created. So if I ask you what did you have for lunch yesterday, you will be able to tell me. And if I tell you when did you meet Mayur, you will be able to tell me, and you will know that lunch yesterday was after meeting Mayur.
Yeah.
Right? Now, how do you know this? How do you remember this? This is because in the REM sleep, the brain every night is rearranging your calendar, so to speak. What happened first, what happened next, what happened next, what happened next, and so on. Also during REM sleep, the brain decides what to remember and what to forget. So for example, you don't want to remember all the OTPs that you have used, but you do want to remember the name of the person you met whom you really liked.
Yeah.
Right? So REM sleep decides who and what to remember, take it to the long-term storage, and what to forget and leave. Now in doing this, the entire brain ka neurons are being shuffled up, down, left, right, center. And because of that, sudden insights and sudden ideas come. Haven't you noticed many times in the morning you wake up with, oh my God, this is such a great idea. Or you have been thinking of something that is bothering you and you wake up with a really interesting solution to it. Right? So this is the gift of REM sleep. So you can say that NREM sleep make you younger.
Okay.
And REM makes you smarter.
So, is it like the N1, N2, N3 is like the initial part of your sleep?
No, it alternates, it comes in cycles through the night.
Okay.
But in the first part of the night, there is more NREM sleep. In the second part of the night, towards early morning after 3 a.m. is REM sleep.
Okay.
So, therefore, if you are sleeping late, you are missing out on the younger part. If you are getting up too early, you are missing out on the smarter part. You have to sleep early to stay young, and you have to sleep a full 7, 8 hours, for some people even 9 hours to stay smart.
Okay. So, Bao, now you said that 8 to 9 hours or maybe 7 to 8 hours for general people. Now, is like there is a time that you have to sleep at 10 o'clock and you wake up at 6, or you sleep at 1 o'clock and I can wake up at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning?
So there is something called chronotypes, and they are genetically imprinted into your system. So take yourself a few thousand years ago and you are in the jungle, okay, and you are little small villages there, right? Now, would it make sense if the entire village went to sleep at one time and woke up at the same time? Absolutely not, because the danger will come in the night, right? So you want certain people to be awake at different parts of the night. So there are some people who sleep early. Like Dinesh's parents, they go to sleep at 8 p.m. You know, when I go and stay at their house, they had their family fight before I wake up. There are other people who will sleep, you know, the usual 10, 10:30, 11 times. And then there are some people, Mahika, for example, our dear friend, who will simply not sleep till 2 a.m. So there are certain people who are genetically programmed to sleep early, around 10%, 15% of the population. 60-70% of the population sleep between 10 and 11, 11:30 latest. And the other are the night owls who stay awake well into the wee hours of the night. And you need to figure out what your correct sleep time is and fit your day around that. And that will bring you the creativity, productivity, energy boost that you so require.
So can it change also? Like for me, I used to sleep at 10 p.m. But now I feel like naturally I can be awake like till 11, maybe 11:30. But I need 8 hours. So does it change over time?
Actually, it doesn't, other than during the teenage years. So again, throwback to our village in the 5,000 years ago. Teenagers at that time were the strongest. So their sleep cycle is automatically delayed by about 2 to 3 hours. Right? So when parents tell their teens, 13, 14-year-old, you should go to sleep by 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, it's like telling an adult you should go to sleep by 6 o'clock. Well, again, it's not a generic general rule. But once you are about 21, 22 years old, it comes back to your original sleep cycle, rhythm. So the point is that if you are a late sleeper, is it a bad habit or is it a genetic predisposition? This question, if you answer properly and honestly, it will make a world of difference to your life.
Now, is there any science behind dreams, or it's just because sometimes dreams are very random?
You know, over here, I would go to Gurudev, Shri Ravi Shankar ji. He had given a knowledge sheet called the 5 types of dreams. Scientifically speaking, we are on the frontier of dreams right now. We really don't know what exactly happens during dream, why the brain dreams. These are questions that are really not answered. What Gurudev said was that the first type of dream is the dream of whatever has happened in your past. The second type of dream is your desires, your fantasies. The third type of dream is premonitions, something about the future. The fourth type of dream is when the environment influences your dreams. I personally remember once I was in a hotel and I simply couldn't sleep. I had the most horrible dreams. In the morning, I went and told them that I need to change my room. I can't sleep here. And they said that someone had been murdered in that room just a few weeks ago. So I caught that, you know, and that's the fourth type of dream. And the fifth type of dream is a combination of all of the above. Now, unfortunately, when the dream starts, it doesn't say type 2. It just randomly starts. So, there is no point really giving too much attention to your dreams. It's better to simply enjoy them.
And Bao, you mentioned something about earlier about beauty sleep. That if you miss out on the earlier part of your dream sleep, then you are
Losing
missing on the
out.
younger part,
Correct.
the younger bit. So nowadays people are like binging on OTT, and then we are like slapping 10-step routines. Does that help?
Cosmetically, maybe. But when you skimp on sleep, you are growing older than you should. Your aging is accelerated. There is no denying this. This is a scientific fact. You are inviting really unpleasant health conditions as you grow older. All brain degenerative diseases, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, all these are 100% related to not enough sleep. So my question to you would be that late night show that you are sitting and watching, is it worth the heart attack that you are going to get? If it is, go ahead, watch it.
I think that is
I'm being very brutal here. Just last night I was talking to some friend of ours, and he was saying, what about alcohol? And I said the same thing. Alcohol sedates you. It doesn't make you sleep. There's a difference between anesthesia and proper sleep. And simply sedation is not going to give you the benefits of sleep. Like if you have ever had that full anesthesia, when you wake up, you don't feel like energized and ready to take on the world. You are groggy and finished, right? So sedation is a very different type of unconsciousness compared to sleep. Never confuse the two.
Now, what about caffeine?
Have it until 2 in the afternoon. No caffeine after 2 in the afternoon, because caffeine interferes with a particular sleep system in our body called sleep pressure. The sleep pressure is a system which, when you wake up, starts slowly filling up. Think of it like a bucket. It starts slowly filling up. When the bucket is full, you feel sleep, right? When you go to sleep, the bucket is empty. That's why you wake up. Caffeine imitates the stuff that goes into the bucket. So even though your brain and your body are saying it's time to sleep, because that particular thing that was supposed to go in the bucket is floating around, it does not have the space to go in the bucket because the caffeine is sitting there. And it takes your body 8 hours to remove the caffeine. So if you want to sleep by about 10 in the evening, latest caffeine intake should be 2 in the afternoon.
Okay. I also know people who can have coffee like before going to bed
Absolutely.
and sleep so well.
No, that is the thing. That is that sedated sleep. They are used. Their body has become used to it. The quality of their sleep, if you measure, you will see that they are not going into the deeper states of sleep. They are not going to N3, N4. They are not going so much into REM. They are hanging around in the N2, N3 zone only.
And what about people who they are finding it very difficult to sleep for like maybe 8-9 hours, young mothers and working professionals, or people who have night shifts?
So young mothers are saved. Okay, though they will feel sleepy, they will feel exhausted, they will feel frustrated, they will feel tired in the first 2 years, 3 years of having the baby. The moment they breastfeed, the body compensates for the sleep. It is an amazing mechanism. That is why breastfeeding is so important. Okay, unfortunately, it doesn't work for the young fathers. Okay, but even that has been shown that in the family, when a newborn has come, the parents, both the parents, the systems adapt to less sleep for those first 1.5 to 2 years. So it is not a cause of concern. The only thing I can tell a young mother is, don't plan things when the baby is sleeping. Sleep when the baby is sleeping. And the second thing, for mothers who are expecting, you maintain a super strict schedule of waking up and going to sleep, and you will find that the baby is already attuned to that. So when the baby is born, he or she is not going to cry through the night, because he knows that this is the time that mom sleeps.
Bao, earlier you mentioned about caffeine and alcohol. What about sugar and like junk foods or heavy meals before going to bed?
So understand one thing, the priority of the body when it is safe is digestion. The building is on fire, the body is not going to bother about digestion. Then it's going to pump all the blood from the stomach into the extremities so you can run and get out. Right? But when you are safe, the first thing the body is going to do is digest. Now remember, the first part of the night is what? Becoming younger. So now the body is not going to go into repair and restoration because it has to digest. That is why we say, have an early dinner. Dinner around 3 hours before bedtime is fantastic. But then it should be dukan band.
Okay, people sleep at 10 o'clock and then around 2:30, 3:30, many people say they wake up.
Correct.
So what's the science behind this? What's the reason?
This is the agricultural genetics that is coming up. See, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 2:30, 3 a.m., they would have to go milk the cows, clean things, and then there would be nothing to do. So there would be this 1 hour where they would work and they would come back and go to sleep until sunrise. It's called biphasic sleep. It's perfectly natural. It's fine.
And what about sleep paralysis? Like many people experience sleep paralysis.
Look, in REM sleep, not many people, everybody experiences sleep paralysis. You are running from some tiger or you are doing some martial art moves with somebody, your body will move.
Yeah.
You will wake up with a broken hand or a broken leg. So what the brain does is it paralyzes the entire body so that you don't hurt yourself during the dream. Right? It's like the seat belt in a roller coaster. Right? So the body actually secretes chemicals that the brain that paralyzes the entire body except for the eye movement and the breathing. So suppose you come out of a dream too fast, you are still paralyzed.
Yeah.
That is what is called sleep paralysis. It's a completely natural thing. It just you woke up too fast. From REM you have to go into N2, then to N1 and then to awake. So you wake up and feel, shit man, I can't move. What's the matter? Something's wrong. No, you just wait 10 minutes, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, perfect. Because I had one experience long time ago and I shared with you earlier. I was very scared. So, what can one do to make sure that this whole sleep thing is taken care of? I know every day may not be same, even if you have a routine or a schedule, but how can you?
So I would say
Care of this.
have two anchors, a morning anchor and an evening anchor. Right. So for example, one of the evening anchors for me is I take the Shankara rose spritz and I spritz that on my face. It makes me feel really calm. The scent of the rose is so beautiful. You know, it kind of hydrates my skin, and it is one of the last 2-3 things that I do every single night. So it's a very direct signal. Okay, you're getting the spritz, it means it's time to sleep. In the same way, have a morning anchor. Right? So for me, my morning anchor is brushing my teeth. And you cannot even believe about how healthy you will become if you just, these two things you fix. One of the ultimate best things you can do for waking up in the morning is 20 minutes of sunshine within the first hour of waking up. 20 minutes of morning sunshine should be your morning anchor, and a nice hot water bath, some skincare, some rose water spritzing. And don't skimp on that rose water. No? Buy really good rose water. You know, if the rose water looks pink in the bottle, it's bad. So buy some really good stuff. You have one body, take care of it. Don't hesitate in spending money on it.
Maybe apply like a nice body oil before going to bed.
Absolutely. Like Dinesh applies body oil.
What is your unwinding routine? Like once you, when you said the face mist.
Hot water bath.
Okay.
Clean clothes. A short walk, or you know, I sometimes I would read little bit of the Gita, or I would read some nice fantasy book. You know, I have like 8-10 things that I kind of alternated. But brush your teeth in the night, spritz the rose. This is something that I will do every night, and I also do Guru Puja every night. So I do a little bit of chanting every night before I sleep. So these 2-3 things are like fixed. For sure, you should not be doing anything about work. So for example, you should not be reading Patanjali. Because that is your work. Yoga is your work. So anything to do with work or anything that wires you up should not be done.
Okay.
Gentle stretches you can do. Like I have seen doing one round of just the Padmasadhana asanas. It kind of releases the back, releases the neck. You know, you sleep so well because of that.
I think also a lot of people enjoy skincare before going to bed.
Absolutely. That is such a ritual that people do.
Yeah.
You know, so they will wash their face and then they'll put some hydrating stuff on it, and you know, then I kind sometimes mostly skip the hydrating stuff because, but I will definitely spritz the rose water. You know, but yeah, that is where this kit comes in. All the things that you could create a nightly ritual out of are in that box.
Like a nice body butter.
That could be.
And Shankara has a
fantastic range.
So, Bao, you mentioned that many people who meditate, they may think that, okay, I'm meditating twice a day for 20 minutes. Meditation is said to give you deeper rest and the deepest sleep. So, can I skip on my sleep?
This is the greatest mythology that I have heard about meditation for most people. So we are not bringing people like Gurudev, Shri Ravi Shankar ji into this conversation at all in that sense. Now you only tell me, you and I, we have both been meditating for quite some time. When we sit and meditate 20 minutes, half an hour, how much time do we actually meditate?
Like I can't quantify, but I think very little out of those.
It will be about 3, 4, 5 minutes if we are lucky.
Yeah.
Right? Of course, there are some days when you just go very deep, and that is a outlier, right?
Yeah.
So really meditative state, for most people who are starting out, the real meditative state could be maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Now, do you really expect 2 and 3 minutes to compensate for 8 hours of sleep?
Okay.
Right? So meditation definitely gives you that advantage, like quite a few x more beneficial than a person who is a non-meditator. I mean, we say there are 4 states of consciousness: awake state, dream state, sleep state, and meditative state. How can you say that in your meditative state you can achieve whatever you are supposed to achieve in the sleep state? It's as ridiculous as that. Right? So definitely meditate. It is one of the most amazing things that you can do for yourself, because it has tremendous benefits. But don't make the mistake of thinking that meditation is compensation for sleep. It is not. It is enhancement for sleep.
And what about Yoga Nidra? Like I remember when I used to fly, when I found it difficult to sleep at night and I had to wake up early, I would do Yoga Nidra and it helped me to sleep.
Correct. Yoga Nidra is fantastic. It is a great first step into sleep. Instead of lying there having random thoughts, if you do a progressive Yoga Nidra, it can help you get into sleep faster, stay asleep better.
Okay.
But don't think that you do 20 minutes of Yoga Nidra, so now you can skip the night. Don't think that.
And what if we break the sleep? Like, okay, 8 hours is required, so I can sleep for 6 hours at night and 2 hours in the afternoon. And how much sleep should one get in the afternoon, if at all?
So, 20 minutes is a good amount of time.
Okay.
I have to confess, I never do 20 minutes. I do at least 30 minutes. Okay. But if you go more than 30 minutes, then you will wake up groggy instead of refreshed, and it will mess up with your sleep cycle in the night. So when you understand more about sleep, you will understand that there is something called the circadian rhythm and the sleep pressure that we talked about. And these two systems peak at certain times of the day, which is good time for you to sleep and good time for you to wake up. And if you read our book Sleep Your Way to Success, we have explained that in great detail over there. And figuring out your sleep window and your wake up window and managing your day around that, rather than first planning the day and then figuring out your sleep and wake up window, could really create a far better quality of life for you than you could imagine.
So, Bao, I think you like the rose facial mist the most, but any other product that you really like? We've been using Shankara for quite some time.
There is that, oh my God, that calming mask. It is, whenever I shave, I always put on the calming mask. Other Shankara product that I wholeheartedly recommend, Kumkumadi Tailam. It is made of saffron. It is one of the most amazing things that you can do for your skin. So, one of the ways I personally use it is I take a little bit of coconut oil and then put a few drops of Kumkumadi Tailam in. I don't want your skin to break out into but if you want to make like a really great little lotion, then add some Bhimseni camphor, Bhimseni Kapoor to that. Just crush one and add that, and then mix that and just apply and see how it feels. It is my homemade Kumkumadi Tailam coconut oil kind of a mix that I really like.
So that's one of your secrets for a glowing skin.
Correct. So the other Shankara product that I really like is nothing to do with skincare. It's the candles. And they have candles that are made of pure beeswax or soy wax, and these don't emit those dangerous VOLs. They are those little air molecules that are there which actually interfere with your breathing. So most candles that are there are made of paraffin or petroleum. These actually pollute the environment. But the Shankara candles are made with organic beeswax or soy wax, which is actually brilliant for lighting, and they are really pretty. They look so lovely on my puja table, and it's a sheer joy to light one every evening, after sunset, and just sit in that light.
Anything specific from the Yoga Nidra ritual, because it's a very holistic kit. You said that it skincare only will not help. You have
Yeah.
to sleep also.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of skincare that will help you to sleep better.
Correct.
So anything specific that you would pick up from this?
They do have the rose mist in that, right?
Oh, they have. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
perfect. Okay, perfect. So now, Bob, we have a quick rapid fire for you.
Go for it.
The first question is, tell us a weird sleep tip that you have heard, but it actually works, like maybe a ghar ka nuska or something.
Humming. What humming does is calms your vagus nerve, triggers your parasympathetic system. Hum
Bhramti.
8-10 times will give you great sleep.
And what is the weirdest thing you have done ever to fall asleep?
What is the weird? I have done many weird things. I don't know if it's weird or not, but sleeping naked helps a lot for a lot of people. So when I was really going through that tough patch of insomnia, there were few nights when I would sleep naked and it would help.
What's the least number of hours and the maximum duration that you have had of sleep?
Of sleep. Least number of hours, I think during the phase that I had insomnia, it was like sometimes 2 or 3 hours, not even that. And maximum duration, I will tell you, when we were kids, we had gone to Matharan, which is a hill station next to Bombay, and we had gone for this long hike.
Okay.
And all the adults had made us walk, no carrying, no nothing, you know, you're too big to carry, you're too heavy to carry. And I remember we had slept 24 hours plus 12 hours. Like we slept in the night and woke up the next day morning.
Oh.
So that is the longest sleep that we have ever had. I have ever had.
Are you an early bird, or you like to like sleep in a little bit more, or sleep little late or early?
It all depends. Say I am in Rishikesh and it is cold. Yeah, another half an hour would be great.
Okay.
Right? But if I am in Bombay, I would rather get out of bed than sweat inside it.
Yeah.
You know? So it depends. It depends on what the day is like. You know, I'm going to meet Gurudev. I'm like up at 6 a.m. Gurudev has gone off to America somewhere. Okay, sleep in a little bit more. It's fine.
So one thing you refuse to do before going to bed.
Eat. Absolutely not.
How many alarms do you set? One or
None. None. We have no alarms in our house. No clocks, no alarms. Not at all.
How long should it take ideally for one to fall asleep?
Approximately 10 to 15 minutes. If you're falling asleep before that, it means you are sleep deprived, you're so exhausted, your body just give up. But it should take about 10-15 minutes because you are going from one state of consciousness to another state of consciousness. See, even the sunset does not go to it sets, and there is a time of day to twilight to night, right? In the same way, from awake to sleep, there should be some time. 10 to 15 minutes is good, is very good.
And what is the ideal temperature or environment for
Well, the
good
sleep science says that it is 18 degrees Celsius. Try telling that to someone from Chennai, they will say you are in the Arctic. Right? So I think that is one place where I do not agree with sleep science. It's, according to me, 18 degrees is too cold, but I prefer between 22 and 24 degrees.
Can you describe your night sleep in one word?
My night sleep. Which night?
So, Babu, I remember in your book you have written about plants. Can you tell us what are the plants we can keep in the bedroom for good sleep?
So this guy who's sitting just next to me here, he's called the areca palm, and this plant actually emits oxygen in the night. They are called nocturnal oxygenators. There are 3 plants that I know of. One is the areca palm, which is here. The second is the snake plant, and the third is the very famous money plant. So any of these plants in your bedroom will give you oxygen in the night, and most people, at least in India, sleep in small bedrooms, and typically there are, you know, husband, wife plus a kid or 2. So 3-4 people sleeping in the same room, and so the carbon dioxide buildup of that, because everybody has ACs these days, just builds up to a very high degree by morning. So in the morning you are basically breathing only carbon dioxide, right? And so you wake up exhausted.
Okay.
That's where the plants come in. Again, the sleep science says 7 plants per person sleeping in the room. Now, maybe it's not possible, but even 2 plants is better than 0 plants.
Yeah. And what do you think is the worst habit that people have around bedtime except for the screen time?
Doing anything that winds them up. Like I know, for example, a few bodybuilders who work out late at night. It's the worst thing to do because you are flooding your body with wake up hormones. you are not flooding your body with any, sleep hormone. Reading something very thrilling,
Yeah.
not a good idea at night. Watching TV is the worst thing that you can do. But even if you are watching some movie, make it a romantic comedy or something like that, not some stranger thing. So basically anything that is going to wire you up, is going to wake you up, don't do it.
What is the ideal time to exercise if one is sleeping at like around 10
So
p.m.?
morning 7ish, 8ish is good time, or evening 5 to 6 is very good time. These are the two times in the day when the brain body connection is very strong. So you will lift better, you will exercise better, you will have better balance, things like that.
And one essential part of your routine that you can't sleep without?
Changing. I cannot sleep in the day's clothes. I need to really change into clean night clothes every night.
I remember you mentioning once that even the sheets have to be clean and the clothes, correct. What's the secret to your glowing skin, Bao? That we want to know. Apart from meditation and good sleep. Your skin does not glow, it shines. Like, it's so good.
I think that is just genetics, mom and dad.
Yeah, Uncle also.
Meditation has played the biggest role for that. Sleep and adopting a healthier lifestyle and a genuine identity of I am a healthy, fit person that I've created for myself. I think one of the greatest things that you can create for yourself is an identity of who you want to be. So when you say I am fit and healthy, right? Then someone says at 11 o'clock, let's go for pizza. It's easy, obvious to say no. Because it simply doesn't fit with your identity. It simply doesn't vibe with who you are. And then life is full of those small decisions only.
One thing you wish everyone understood about like Yoga Nidra or sleep, like one essential thing.
Sleep is not a waste of time.
Yoga Nidra ritual could be included in like how can people use this?
I would actually suggest doing Yoga Nidra in the afternoon, because then you're sleeping lying down for 20-25 minutes and you are up. It will give you all the energy that you require to go through the evening with a glowing face. Of course you are welcome to do Yoga Nidra in the night as well. But I typically use Yoga Nidra in the afternoon because it kind of allows me that 20 minutes, 25 minutes that I should be sleeping, not go into 2 hours.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I think that's about it from my side. Anything you'd like to say or convey to our audience?
Just that sleep is fundamental to success. I started the talk today with that. I'm saying sleep is fundamental to success. If you look at success, what are the buckets that we have success in? Physical success, meaning a strong, healthy, fit body, not possible without sleep. Mental success, you want calm, peaceful, clear, clarity, ability to make decisions, good decisions, not possible without sleep. Material success, you want lot of money, right? Not possible without sleep, because to make a lot of money, you have to take a lot of good decisions, which you cannot take unless you have the first two. And then spiritual success. There are so many people who will come to Vishalakshi Mandap at 4 a.m. feeling very good about themselves and then do Ujjayi breath. They might as well have just continued sleeping in their bed. Right? They fool themselves into thinking they are meditating. They are not. So even for spiritual success, I would say please sleep. One of the things I tell all our advanced course participants are, please at least 15 days before you come for the advanced course, sleep properly. Because otherwise you come for the advanced course for 5 days and out of those 5 days, 3 days you are sleeping. Only on the 4th day you start actually meditating.
Yeah.
So even for spiritual success, I would say sleep is fundamental. And when you bring sleep and meditation together, it is dynamite. Nothing can stop you then in the world. Whatever it is you want, you will be able to achieve. Because when you have sleep and meditation going for you, oh my God, you have got all the energy. And when you have the energy, then you can leverage time. You suddenly have much more time in your day because you are just so much more efficient at getting things done.
Thank you so much, Bao, for this wonderful conversation. I'm sure our audience is going to watch it again and again. Insights on sleep, skincare. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.